Hello, this is Jason Martin, back again with technique number 3 on how to hear the voice of God. Now, if you haven't done so already, I highly recommend that you watch the previous 2 videos. Technique number 1, which is the prophetic Bible study, and technique number 2, which is the personal quiet time. Both of those are highly helpful in learning to hear the voice of God and getting to a place where you're ready to deal with some of the stuff that you might end up hearing and learning about in this third technique. Now, this third technique is very similar to a ministry out in California called Sozo. It was developed by Bethel Church under Bill Johnson. It's a very powerful technique and ministry, and many people who have gone through it have discovered God personally for the first time in a relationship, and he speaks to them in ways that they had never heard him speak before, and they walk away knowing that they and God are in a relationship and they can trust him. It's a very significant ministry, and unlike others similar to it, Inner Healing Ministries, this one does not go through and pull up all your failures. Instead, they help you hear God and let his love be applied to feelings that you have about being let down and failed by people around you. It's a very powerful ministry and life-changing. But for this video, technique number 3 was actually developed by my wife for a cell meeting we were doing at my church. Now, this is actually something that we do all the time in our own personal time with the Lord, and so she began to develop this for the Bible study, and it actually comes from a quiet time that I did with the Lord, a prophetic Bible study, where he took me to several scriptures and began to show me a truth about something I'd been believing about him that was wrong for many years. And so from that, we developed this way of interacting with him, and then my wife came up with this for one of our cell meetings. And it goes simply like this. After you've set the environment and you're starting to feel the presence of God come in, and you would do that by putting on worship and reflecting on the things God has done in your life and worshiping him yourself. And it's very helpful if you have worship music, and it creates this atmosphere around you where you kind of begin to feel his presence. So after you start feeling the presence of God, then you're going to sit down with a pen or a piece of paper, and you're going to ask him a simple question. God, is there any lie I'm believing about you? Now, what he tells you may not seem like a lie. That's okay. Just write it down. And you can, at this point, ask him a second question. You don't have to. It's up to you, whatever you want to do. But you might ask him, where did this lie come from? And if he shows you somebody who hurt you, then you probably would want to go ahead and forgive them and ask the Lord that he would release them from what they did to you. And then you would ask him the third question, which is actually the most important question. God, what's the truth? What's the truth about you? And then you can follow that up with a fourth question. How do you see me? Now, all of these questions are designed to pull up things that have actually got in the way of your relationship with God. Things that have put a block between you and him. These 4 questions. And what happens in our life is people that we've interacted with, they may have failed us in some way. They may have hurt us or wounded us. We may have failed in some way. And all these interconnections, these relationships, lead us to think in certain ways about God. For instance, in my prophetic Bible study, the thing that he was speaking to, the lie he was speaking to, was I believed that at some point in time he would reject me, he would throw me away, that I wouldn't measure up, and he might get tired of me and cast me aside. So the truth he shared with me was that he was actually, in fact, chasing me, that he was never going to reject me. And he did that through the prophetic Bible study, so you can actually utilize these tools together. Okay? So I leave that with you. And you can test this out, and if you want to, you can share it with a personal friend, somebody you trust, somebody who hears God, and ask them to tell you what they think about it. And, but I think you'll discover that God loves you very much, and He's here for you, and He's not going to reject you, and He's not forsaken you, and He's closer than you think. So use this technique, hear God, and happy listening.